It's actually crazy what 24 hours can do for the space. I mean, 24 hours ago, the sky was falling, and even earlier today, it seemed as though we were not going to bounce back. We were going to continue lower. And as I am recording this right now, we are seeing some strong movement across the board for some altcoins, but we are not there yet to celebrate completely. But I will address in this video what could potentially make XRP extremely valuable and ultimately make a lot of XRP holders very, very rich. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Let's take a quick look at what is happening. So number one, Bitcoin still trading above 97K. Nothing too crazy there in terms of a major change. But as we do look at XRP is having a nice little bounce today, up almost 10% on the 24-hour span. And if we actually go over to XRP right now in the last 7 days, it doesn't look too bad. In the last month, definitely does not look too bad. If we look at the overall price chart, so I did outline this in a video earlier yesterday. And basically what I was looking for was the lows to hold on XRP. Now, we didn't get that, but, this is our current low. This is also major support going all the way back to December 1st. And, as we really look at this, this is a major demand zone. This whole area here is a major demand zone. We completely filled the fair value gap, and now we are looking for the highs to be cleared, and that's around roughly $2.42 right now, trading at about $2.31. We are finding a little bit more support on the lower time frames, aka the 4-hour. This support zone is roughly $2.30, and I really am watching XRP closely this week because I do believe that XRP could soon, retest this upper trend line and potentially, push higher than the previous resistance zones on this 4-hour chart around $2 and roughly like 62 cents. Now, I have been watching closely for Ripple to announce RLUSD. But before we really talk about that and before we actually address that, I want to go over here. So it feels as though the US market is definitely changing. And I think that that's clear through what Ripple is doing specifically around the hiring process, right? We have Ripple is transforming the global financial system through innovative crypto solutions for businesses, governments, and developers. If you're bold, passionate, and ready to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Now, they are hiring 3 areas here that they're mentioning: Chief Compliance Officer, Senior Staff Solution Architect Partnerships, and then Senior Staff Software Engineer Payments. But what's crazy about this, okay, is the number of job listings in the US alone. There is 35 jobs in the US listed right now across New York, California, and also Florida. And this is telling me that we are starting to see a big change. There is absolutely no reason why Ripple would be hiring around 35 plus jobs in the US if they weren't ready to absolutely dominate this market. In my opinion, the overall regulatory grounds in the US is shifting, and it's shifting in a big way. And a big clear sign of that is RLUSD. So if we go back to December 4th, what we were hearing and what everyone was expecting was on December 4th, we were going to see RLUSD, the stablecoin that Ripple is pushing onto the XRP ledger. This was going to launch on December 4th, okay? Now, we know that that was speculation, and we know that RLUSD did not launch on December 4th, but what Ripple did tell us was that they were still in discussion with the New York Department of Financial Services. Now, I did make a post regarding this, and I said Ripple is currently racing to launch RLUSD by year's end. However, David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, has mentioned that regulators could still slow the launch down due to the holidays this month. It appears that Ripple's anticipated USD peg stablecoin could launch after the holidays if we don't see it by year's end. Think about how big the start of 2025 will be for XRP with Gary Gensler stepping down on January 20th and the potential launch of the ROUSD stablecoin in January, and of quarter one, the latest in my opinion, and a pro-crypto admin taking office. The world isn't ready for crypto to take center stage in 2025, but XRP holders sure are. Now, as we do think about that, okay, I want to take you guys over here to this post here from Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO at Ripple. This just in. We have final approval from the New York Department of Financial Services for RLUSD. Exchange and partner listings will be live soon. And reminder, when RLUSD is live, you'll hear it from Ripple first. I think everyone should be following Ripple over on X, maybe even turn their notifications on. But we have been outlining this framework essentially when it comes to RLUSD to really kind of, look at what's going to happen once this does launch. What's it going to do for the XRP ledger? What's it going to do for XRP holders as well? And it's very clear to me. It's very clear to me that the landscape around crypto is changing. Number one, I want to take you guys over here to this post before I continue on talking about how bullish this stablecoin actually is and how it will make XRP holders very rich. This got posted by XRP Drops earlier today, and it says Tether delisting by year end versus RLUSD launching by the end of the year timing. Bloomberg, Coinbase already announced the delisting of the EU non-compliant stablecoin Tether. Now this got posted by Bloomberg. Okay, now I can't get this article. It's stuck behind a paywall, but we have the title of this being Coinbase to delist EU non-compliant stablecoins in December. Now we know that Tether right now, currently, as it stands, has been having a lot of trouble in the EU market. You might say, Nick, you're lying. That's FUD. Check this out. Here we have, going all the way back to March 18th of this year, Tether's USDT gets delisted on crypto exchange OKX for EU users. Now, you might be saying, all right, well, this doesn't matter. It's a small exchange. It's actually not. OKX is the fourth largest exchange in the space, almost 6 million weekly visits. This is one of the big players. Now, next up on the list was Uphold. Uphold also delisted USDT along with 5 other stablecoins. And this was happening by July 1st. I know that, a lot of people were saying like, all right, it's gone. It's not on there. It was glitching for a lot of people, but I'm pretty sure right now in, the EU, USDT is delisted. Now, other exchanges definitely have been also looking into this. I know that Binance and even Kraken and a few other ones have tweaked their overall listing policies, but this is all around these regulatory shifts happening in this space. Now, on top of the fact that, as we look at Mika and as we look at the US market, things are about to shift into overdrive in January with Gary Gensler stepping down. I'm definitely fully focused on Tether. And this was also that update going back to June. Crypto exchange Bitstamp delist Tether's Euro stablecoin as Mika laws kick in. So Tether has definitely been in the crosshairs of a lot of these exchanges because, they want to be compliant. They need to work with these big players. The EU market is massive. So as we think about this and as the RLUSD stablecoin is basically imminent now in terms of launch, what do you guys think is going to happen? Well, I did put out a post and I said, huge news for Ripple and RLUSD. Institutional DeFi is closing in. I would hate to sell before this space experiences the institutional network effects. I also believe this will significantly impact the XRP ledger and XRP in a very positive way. Now, a lot of people have been questioning me, like, what is a stablecoin going to do for XRP? Well, I take you guys back to Bitcoin, okay? Let's go right back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is almost at a $2 trillion market cap. When it was trading at over $105,000, it was at a $2 trillion market cap. Now, we definitely have to put a focus on Tether and Bitcoin because the relationship here is very interesting. When we go back to the bottom of bear markets for the last, 2-3 cycles, Tether has always been there to really kind of push Bitcoin higher. And you might be saying, Nick, you're crazy for saying that. Well, let's go over here to this post from Cointelegraph. Update: Tether has minted a total of 20 billion USDT since November 6th. Now you might be saying, Nick, this is $20 billion versus $1.9 trillion in market cap. Okay? But I want you guys to be aware that this market is very illiquid. So $20 billion, because that's exactly what Tether is, right? It's a US dollar stablecoin. $20 billion could significantly impact this space, especially if we're talking about leveraged trades or, very low liquid pairs. This is a very large amount of Tether. Now, I bring this up because Tether has basically been the main driver of Bitcoin. And even if we go back to November 6th, this is November 6th. 20 billion Tether printed since then. And Bitcoin is up 50% since. Is that a coincidence? I don't believe so. Now, if Tether can move Bitcoin like this, imagine what RLUSD can do to XRP when the institutions are utilizing it for DeFi use cases, tokenization use cases. I want you all to be aware of the network effects that will be generated by this stablecoin. I said it recently in the Casper AMA. I said a lot of people are overlooking how significant these stablecoins actually are for these networks. If we're thinking about mass adoption, if we're thinking about, the transactional demand, the volume behind the transactions, guys, this is severely going to affect the XRP ledger, but it's going to affect it in a very big and positive way when we are thinking about how much volume just one institutional client could create for the ledger. This is exactly why I think that XRP is about to become very valuable very fast before a lot of people even expect. And I do think that it all comes down to the fact that the overall landscape is changing. Ripple is hiring in such a massive way. And you might be saying, all right, well, this is just Ripple, so it doesn't matter for XRP. A lot of the things that they're actually hiring for these roles pertain right back to the XRP ledger and even XRP. So I would argue against that, but also on top of the, massive listings that Ripple does have, the stablecoin is now imminent, right? It's now imminent. They do have approval from regulators on this. Now we just wait patiently for this to be completely launched, and you will know it from Ripple, right? The @ name will be Ripple. It's going to be very clear, right? So definitely keep a close eye on Ripple. Have the notifications turned on, because I do think that this update is going to be one of the biggest catalysts for XRP. And, just focus on what matters here, right? Which is the lows. If we lose those lows and if we start to create a lower low, that's when we, get pretty cautious. But for right now, this chart does look very solid. We still need to break through resistance, but I'm going to keep a close eye on XRP throughout this week. And obviously I will update you guys along the way if we do see any major significant price action. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.